Hey guys, so I almost feel like I'm presenting in front of the or talking in front of the camera because you can see my reflection in the glass at the top. But I wanted to talk about the difference that these windows have made in my life in terms of just koi keeping in general and appreciation. So the interesting thing for me is I'm now watching my fish 90% of the time through a window. So what ends up happening is you basically appreciate the body shapes more, and then you appreciate the side pattern rather than the top pattern, which is quite an interesting thing for me because I've discounted the side of the fish completely when I've bought them. So that hasn't mattered before, but now suddenly I'm looking at what's on the side of the fish. Some fish that weren't so pretty are suddenly a hell of a lot prettier. The body shapes matter. And I didn't realize that the shapes were so dramatic. I mean, I knew that some were bigger than others, but yeah, I mean, you can really see the difference when you start looking at the shapes through the windows. So I've also realized what kind of body shape from on a fish I actually appreciate. So I'll just show you some of the shapes that I think represent really well. So you can see that shower there looks long and thin. You can pretty much see it's a male. I think that others just naturally have a better shape. I mean, you can see the Ogon shape for me looks slightly stronger. I'm hoping some of the others come past the window. There's a Kujaku that's not so bad in terms of shape, and you can see on that one the side of the fish is actually quite strong. So it's really nice to look at that through the window. I mean, this is a really good Kohaku from the top. When you look at it from the side, it's not so impressive. I mean, it's nice, a beautiful fish, but like the side bit is not so impressive. He has another shower, thinner body. You know, when I look at this shower here at the top, not so impressive as a fish at the moment. But I mean, look at that body shape; it's insane. You can get a bit of a glance there. You can see it's potentially going to be female. Sorry, they don't always come into the front of the frame like you want them to. I mean, look at the shape on the Chagoi behind it. So it's really just interesting for me that the shape of the fish now is a thing for me in terms of what I'm going to buy going forward. I might even look at Tosai through a glass bowl before I buy. But I'm not viewing from the top. So, I'm not having a look from the top like I used to. I mean, there's that Kohaku again. Look how beautiful from the top. Not so amazing as a fish to view through the window. So I think it changes the way that I'm going to choose fish. I'm going to choose for a side pattern. I'm going to choose on body shape. I'm going to choose on color. What I have found quite nice is the fish that have got more solid colors, like the Kujaku. There's another Kujaku there. Tend to show up a lot better. So like one color fish actually come out amazingly well. The one thing that I've worked out I'm missing in here is an Asagi or a Shishui, because I've got no blue in the mix, and you can definitely see I've got more Gosanki than anything else. There at the back, you can see my big Platinum Ogon. She actually broke a portion of her tail off when we moved her. I mean, it was very sad, but I mean, she's such a massive fish. She just went absolutely nuts in the bag on the car drive. It broke off, and so it's been cleaned up, and it's going to grow back. So there you can see more dramatic body shapes. That big Matsuba male, long and thin, but when you look from the top, I mean, he's an absolute submarine. I mean, those scales on the top look like crocodile scales. I mean, you can see there's actual indentations. You can put your thumb into those indentations. So he looks like a monster from the top. From the side, he's long and thin because he's a male. So it really just depends. I've got some fish that have just kind of faded away because they don't have decent pattern. There's a nice shower with a nice pattern. So, looks decent from the top, but even more impressive from the side. So I'm really just quite interested by how this has changed my perspective on fish. I mean, obviously, fish like there in the background, you can see a big Karashigoi. I mean, obviously, absolutely massive and bulky. So I don't know what you guys think, but I mean, certainly it's changed my relationship with fish. So thanks for watching these videos. Thanks for liking these videos. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. I post regular koi content. Thanks so much. Cheers.